Welcome to chapter 5 of Candle Red. And this is one chapter most of you may not actually enjoy in your civics class, but I promise you, once you look at this chapter in the way we teach you in a candle book, you may perhaps love the idea of politics at the end of this entire theme. The theme is, of course, nation building. We are talking about governments around the world, and my tags are goal 10 and goal 11. And hopefully, we can also add goal number 16 and 17 as we go ahead. Well, think of governments around the country: theocracy, democracy, dictatorship, monarchy, and you might be bamboozled and you will be pardoned if you do not understand it. Kids may not like it. So, what we say is gully cricket is very popular among the young people, boys in India. After India won the T20, the euphoria around Rohit Sharma and his team, the welcome India received at Wankhede in Mumbai was overwhelming. How about using that and start looking at the way politics is around the world through gully cricket, right? It's interesting. Talk about what happens in gully cricket. Well, usually there'll be one boy who brings the bat, and once he's out, he keeps on batting or he goes away, and the friends have to wait out. This is not a good system, right? This is the bossy bully system. What's a bossy bully system? Well, you can think of it as a dictatorship. Well, however, if the sports team is very good and everyone's contributing bats, stump, gloves, so perhaps everybody gets chance. It's a very friendly system, just friend system, and this is what I will call democracy. But there's a coach, or sometimes there's somebody like the watchman who monitors everybody. You don't get to say, if the watchman says get out, you can't do anything. The coach says you can't play, you can't do anything. It's more like the big brother system. Well, this is more like a capitalist system, an approach that we may not, monarchy perhaps. But monarchy is much better explained into the second part, which says, okay, all boys are playing on a street. Jaggu is also the name of a father's, and street is named after him. So he decides only he play and other cannot play. This is actually monarchy. My street, my cricket team. It could also be called nepotism in the world of cinema, where the actor's son is becoming an actor or the cricketer's son is actually selected in the team. All boys are playing and there's a call to prayer, or it's a Saturday and it's a Sabbath day, or some other festival. It's a faithful system. It's called theocracy, right? As in opposite, based on faith, and countries in Iran or Vatican follows it, then that's a faithful system. Well, hopefully you don't get into the street fight when people are angry and there's fighting going on, there's chaos around, and that's a street fight system. And these are different type of civil war. Anarchy is a street fight system. I just gave you a very simplified analogy for the world politics. Big boss again is the dictatorship. Just Friends is a socialist government or even democratic government, as I told you. Totalitarian, Big Brother, as in China, everyone's being monitored. Google may be monitored or banned. On the street, monarchy. Faithful, theocracy. And finally, civil war is anarchy. There's 7 types of government, and here is an acronym. Even a candle book is based on acronym. The rainbow acronym, or as I call the Indradhanush, the Vibgyo. Here we say DMART, just 2D and 2T, right? So democracy and dictatorship. M for monarchy, A for anarchy, R for republic, and T is for totalitarian and theocracy. Trust me, your entire 3 weeks can go on to explain this, and this is one of the easiest way to understand the forms of government around the world. Every single government around the world will be either one of the 7 forms, and they will understand countries better, flags better. The way the culture of a country is based on this is wonderfully explained, right? So this is where we go to a first exercise. I'm telling you the entire, I'm excited to teach. This is the toughest topic, but yes, it's very easy to explain. Who's governing? So simply you have to represent this with each of it. So it explains. For example, I'll take you democracy. The easier way would be, the 3 systems, or the 7 systems exist. Let me go to the right hand rule and say all about emperor. Well, emperor is basically the kingmaker, right? Emperor is someone who's talking about who's the king here. So I will take an emperor and I will say, okay, emperor should be simple. It is monarchy. Somewhere it has to come in here to monarchic system. King of Spain, again monarchy. Ruled by the people, has to be democracy. Queen of Great Britain, she's monarch. Saddam Hussein, he was a dictator, so it's dictatorship. No watching football during religious festivals. Well, this actually happened in Iran. It is theocracy, right? Pope makes laws, again theocracy. Donald Trump, well, it is a Republican system, and you can say USA here. Represented by voters, the Indian system, the largest democracy in the world, represented by people, both of them is democracy in India, and one of the best systems perhaps today in the world. If you look at it, this is what we're talking about. Ruled by a single political party, totalitarian, as in China, as in North Korea is also dictatorship, by the way. Civil war, anarchy, like in Sudan, so much of unrest going on, like in Syria. President is only for 4 years term. That's the American system. It's also a republic system where there are only two major parties. You also have the Greens, but mostly it is the Republicans and the Democrats. Theocracy, well, I told you it's a system where theocracy is basically a faith-based system, the faithful system. So you can use this. You can add more. Who is Hitler? Is a dictator. You can add so many things from all across. Now, my second part is preamble to the Constitution of India. So we can quickly go to preamble before I go to my third one. What is preamble? Well, Indian Constitution is the only book you revere as in a country, right? It is the entire nation's most holy book, a book that is valued. People usually you can either put a religious book or people have taken oath on the Constitution of India, and every child, every NCRT book have a preamble written on it, but we never read through it. So India became a republic, and it was adopted in 1950, 26 January, which is why we celebrate Republic Day on 26 Jan, where we became a republic. And the republic, it is the preamble to the constitution which makes us so proud of a nation. We look at the words. Our slogan is Satyameva Jayata. It's embedded in the Ashoka pillar. It is there. The chakra is on the flag. The three lions represent what we stand for. And absolutely, it's imbibed in a flag. We respect it because it makes us who we are. It gives us the blue passport, our republic, our constitution. So, what is the words? We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure all its citizens. You can go on and explain the meaning of each of these. What do they mean? What is sovereign? Okay, everyone's equal. What is socialist? There is no one power, there is no monopoly. Secular, we respect all faiths. Democratic, everybody has a voice, and that is what makes us a republic. And then we focus on justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. How lovely it is. I was taught the French Revolution, the three things of French Revolution, far more than the Constitution of India. Stress on it and make it a game way, right? Talk about Satyameva Jayate. There is a Amir Khan series. Play a video of it. Who the founding fathers of India were. Talk about the great hero of Indian Constitution, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, the role that he played into it. Explain words from the preamble, repeat it, memorize it, and then look at the milestones from them. Because from all fields, it could be somebody from the tribe and somebody from a different faith, somebody who's disabled. India is leading in sports, science, armed forces, literature, world peace. Find out some heroes from a past and dedicate this entire chapter and your period to this particular heroes of a constitution. Also, an add-on activity would be, what about a class debate? Non-violence was a better way than mutiny for independence struggle. Well, I don't think it's debatable. We will always go the non-violence way, but also we are a nuclear power. Remember Pokhran? If you mess with India, we have all the means to. We've got some of the best aircraft carrier in INS Vikrant. We've got the best army. We've got cavalry. We've got an air force that matches the best in the world. What are your privileges as a citizen of India? Today, more countries are giving us visas on arrival than anywhere before. We are the largest democracy in the world. Our Aadhaar card is followed by other countries. Talk about this. And yes, it's always easy to criticize a nation. But John F. Kennedy says, don't ask what your nation has done for you. Ask what have you done for your nation. Well, as a patriotic Indian, I may get emotional, and I should be, so should all of you. The last part is democracy itself. This is what we talk about. What is democracy? Where we choose people, where we elect representatives. There is a lower, a council called the Lok Sabha and the higher council called the Rajya Sabha. Talk about it. What about voting? What about EC? In fact, in some of the schools, we had an entire ballet, a campaign where you made an activity around it. So you had two parties, you had party symbol, you had slogans, you had manifestos, and then there was a ballet and asking about it. Find a little bit more about election commission and its role. And there's a movie called Newton, right? Rajkumar Rao. I would love if you could even play that movie or even a trailer of it and talk about how voting happens. And today millions of people are forced to live with our democracy has come to us as a right. It's an amazing system, right? It is a system where many democratic systems could be there, and we have a little game with a quiz at the end of it. You can choose to look at it and talk about it. So representatives are smarter than the people who elect them? Of course not, but we trust them. That is important. Government should serve the people, not rule them. 100%. Representatives who want to keep the job will try to keep the voters happy. Fair enough. Yes, they are not right and wrong. It's all questions that you ask for conversation. Most people don't have time to discuss and vote on every single proposed law. So true, which is why you have representatives. Throughout history, most people have the right to choose the leaders. Absolutely not. Think about monarchy, think about theocracy, think about a dictatorship. You didn't have choice. Democracy is the best system method of government. Well, yes. I don't think in China they'll accept it, but absolutely, it's a great form. There will be corruptions always, which is why people always say no. You can't alter an ultimate form, but this is the closest. If it's there is a concept of leaders having a discussion, a mutual consent, conversation. When a bill is passed, you need a majority. What else would you need? It would be a good thing if all the governors are chosen by the people. Absolutely, yes, I believe so, right? But without intervention of people from outside or forces which are manipulative or harming. Democracy, human right, you can say yes. And that is where we end our discussion. Hopefully, you enjoyed it. Good luck.